is September the 4th, 2019. Hi. Hello, everybody. This is Wrestleview Weekly. I am Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and co-host of Wrestleview Live, alongside the beautiful Mike Tedesco, where we cover all the major WWE pay-per-views and any other kind of pay-per-views that might be happening in the world of professional wrestling, except for this coming WWE pay-per-view of the Clash of Champions, because that is going to be happening in my backyard. I have asked the groundskeepers of the apartment complex to keep the grounds tended because Clash of Champions is coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I will be attending them. So, Mike might be flying solo. He might have Victoria going on. He might have some other people joining him. I'm not sure, but I won't be there. I will probably call and bomb the show and try to take pictures and all of that other good stuff. If you're in the chat room, let me know now and say, wee! I saw Quentin. I saw Jamel. I saw Gills. I saw... Who else is in there? Lewis is a sexy animal. He's in there. Who else is in the chat room? Better say, wee! All right. Today, I will go through all of them as you say wee. Tonight, on the show. Oh, there's Shane. Shane says, wee! Jamel, yeah, wee, woo. No, there's only wee. Today on the show, of course, reviewing the red show and the blue show of Raw and Smackdown. A ton of news to go over, which also includes the NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff show from Saturday and the AEW All Out show that happened in Chicago. Mashoon Walls goes, wee! What's up, Doug Mania? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Daniel says, wee. Yeah. Lots of news that happened after the AEW show. Not sure if we're being worked or not. Lots of other stuff coming down the pipe as far as business goes with the WWE, with lots of business transactional stuff and people moving up in the company. Also, AEW announced their next event that they're going to be doing. They've already announced a match for that card, so we got that to go over. And finally, the WWE Milk Carton has reached astronomical levels. We are now, if you're not familiar with the WWE Milk Carton, I really think this is probably the most popular segment on the show. A lot of you look forward to it. I know that Mike and Victoria on their show look forward to it. And I believe it's the only thing that the WWE pays attention to when it comes to any kind of podcasts and shows that are done by any other, They pay attention to this one, okay? 33 WWE performers have not been on TV for the or major pay-per-view for at least 3 weeks. 33. Yeah. So, what I decided to do was, okay, well, what are these people doing? What are all of these performers up to? They aren't hurt. Okay? We haven't gotten any word that they're hurt or anything like that. So, I took it upon myself to scour social media as if I were a diehard professional wrestling fan, which I really am not. I'm more of a casual, but has a lot of... I tend to think I know what the hell is going on and everything. I don't need to watch every single thing and scour all of the rumor sites and the dirt sheets to know what's happening. So, I took it upon myself to scour all of social media and all of these people's accounts to figure out what the heck, what are you doing? How active are you? Are you even doing anything? So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Let's see, what else? Also, before we get into the show, I hope you've been like me and throughout this entire weekend, this whole entire Labor Day weekend, if you have not been spending it with friends and family, enjoying whatever the heck it is that you like doing. I hope that throughout this weekend, as you were maybe partaking in some of the wrestling events, that if you're like me, I have been listening to the new Tool album for the past weekend. It's phenomenal. I am a die-hard Tool fan. I have been ever since I was in high school. I've seen them 10 times live. They are easily my most favorite band. And yeah, I have been really, really digging that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing over the weekend other than working. Labor Day Monday over at the grocery store, I worked from 10:30 in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening. I guess that's what I get for having New Year's Day off earlier in the year. So here we go. Jamel asks a very important question. What are the sources today? Well, they're very special sources that we have today. You see, at my grocery store, we also have a place that's called the Beer Den, where we have all kinds of craft brews on tap. And you can just stop into the store. You have a 2-drink maximum. But stop into the store, you get yourself a beer, and you do your grocery shopping. That's really what we're known for, is my grocery store. And so I decided to, there was this one they had on tap that I just had to fill up. So, from Founders Brewery, it is called Mas Agave. It is an Imperial Lime Goes beer that is barrel aged. Okay, I'm right now just looking on Founders' website to get the description of this because I don't have the bottle to read it off to you. But it is a 10 ABV. Oh yeah. Here's the description. We love cocktails, like really love them. And if you ask us, few are more refreshing than the tart and tangy margarita, and our latest barrel-aged beer pays tribute to that perennial classic. We took an Imperial Goes brewed with agave, lime, and sea salt, and then aged it in tequila barrels for just the right amount of kicked. Consider this a party and a bottle. So, let's have some. Yeah. Whee! Yeah. I had some of this on Thursday. It is fabulous stuff. This is a 32-ounce growler, so this is going to be a good show. Yeah. I love me anything like margarita. I love margaritas. I take down margaritas like it's Kool-Aid. All right. Ready for a good show? I'm ready for a good show. All right. So something important storyline-wise and character development-wise and anything else wise happened on the Red Show. There's a downtrodden Becky Lynch who's being looked down upon by a Sasha Banks in a multi-sequined vagina sling jumpsuit and a Bayley. What's a Bayley doing back there? Yeah, this is going to be interesting, but we're going to start off the show with a little contract signing between Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. Which was kind of interesting with this segment was that Michael Cole was actually a more vocal part of this when AJ Styles came out and interrupted the contract signing. The contract was never really signed. But yeah, it was, it's not exactly, I'm glad they started it off with this. Started off a contract signing to start off the show instead of having the contract signing being later on in the show. Nice to get it out of the way. But yeah, AJ Styles would come out, he would tear up the contract, and so yeah, we're just gonna, I kind of like how this ended to where he tears up the contract and then Braun just flips the table right into him. But yeah, so we're just gonna kick off the show with Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman versus Gallows and Anderson, with AJ Styles in tow at the ringside. Match was a ho-hum tag team match. Yeah, there's nothing really to jump up and down about. Here comes Braun Strowman with a choo-choo. He's going to go choo-choo, choo-choo. Uh-oh. Kind of barrels over Seth Rollins. Of course he didn't mean to do that. He didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it was a decent, it was a paint-by-the-numbers match. No really big hot tags to talk about, really. You would think Braun Strowman would have a really good hot tag in this, but not really. So, yeah. But then after the match, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode would run down to attack Strowman. Then the club joins into the attack. They started hitting on Strowman. They start beating up on Rollins. And so this ends up being like a 5-on-2 beatdown of Strowman and Rollins. Thank you, Michoon, for the cool sources. Yeah, they are very good sources. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Masa Agave is very good. Good beatdown after the match, absolutely. Becky Lynch is going to be responding to Sasha Banks' comments later tonight. And we're also going to be seeing Lynch in a Champions Showcase tag team match where she will be teaming up with Bayley to face Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, who happen to be the WWE Tag Team Champions of the Women's. Charlie Caruso backstage with Cedric Alexander. Alexander says that Corbin put the crown on, but he hasn't earned it yet. And then suddenly the club attacks him, leading to protect him in case he were to lose against Baron Corbin in his semifinal match for the his quarterfinal match for the King of the Ring. Yeah. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode are tag teaming together to face Ryder and Hawkins. Ryder and Hawkins are still a tag team together? Well, crap. Kind of another paint-by-the-numbers tag team match to build up Ziggler and Roode as something to pay attention to and then being important in their tag team title match at Clash of Champions. Yeah. Didn't go too... It did go on too long, though, but, yep, that's how you do it. Natalya is interrupting Lacey Evans' entrance. They're going to be having a match, but Natalya, when she would interrupt Lacey Evans' entrance, she would wait till Evans turned around and then shoulder blocked her down. Why we're having this match, I don't know. I imagine this is a match that would be deleted from the Hulu stream the next day. But I really like the finish of this match, to where Lacey Evans would toss the hanky into Natalya's face and pop her one right in the kissa. Yes. No, that's a good finish. I kind of like that. I like that. Oh, man. It was a clunky mess, but still. Match to have a match. That's all it was. Out comes Becky Lynch. She's going to be saying some words. Then Banks comes out and she says some words. Now, that's not worth a wee. Hanky throws are not worth a wee, Jamel. I gotta... Last week when we were talking about Sasha Banks and how her promo delivery is lackluster, and we said it was kind of like a reverse Baron Corbin, kind of, how she seems to be uncomfortable by herself amongst a lot of people, but when she's by herself backstage, she's very comfortable. But another thing can be said when it comes to when you have someone to bounce off of. Sasha Banks in this promo was fantastic, okay? To go back and forth with Becky Lynch was great, all right? There just seems to be something about Sasha Banks performing monologues in front of people, in front of a live audience. She cannot work by herself. She has to have someone to play off of, whether it be a Becky Lynch or whether it be an interviewer. She has to have someone to play off of. So, everyone cannot be John Cena. Everyone cannot be AJ Styles. Everyone cannot be Daniel Bryan. Everyone cannot be that good. We just got to face facts, all right? So there's a big difference between playing off of someone and performing on your own, performing monologues and doing back and forths. And Sasha is really good at the back and forth. Very good at the back and forth. And it really, really showed in this promo. So, yeah, I'm not retracting anything about her. It's just stuff needs to be augmented about the critiques that we give her. So, We're going to have a match against the two of them at Clash of Champions. That's what's going to be happening. Yeah. Street Profits are backstage, looking shocked at what Sasha said, and then they just go to a commercial, and that would be the only time that we see them. The Wandering Minstrels don't have much to say tonight. King of the Ring quarterfinal match. The Karen Bourbon versus Cedric Alexander. Man, this was a good match. Crowd super hot for this one. Cedric Alexander coming over the top. Whee! That's when you do the whee. Whee! You know, when you're just flying over the top rope like whee is when you go ahead and do it. But yeah, whee! Oh, okay. I'm wearing myself out already here. Yeah. But the entire match was very, very good. Even with Alexander pulling off a Michinoku driver, a sloppy one at that, on the Karen Bourbon. But nope, EOD. Baron Corbin wins. Here he goes. He goes over the top rope, makes him slip off the top ropes, quickly grabs him, and EOD. That's all she wrote. I really do love, though, how we don't see Corbin as this really big, powerful, monstrous type guy. He loses, but his end of days rarely gets kicked out of. They make it pretty potent, okay? So we can say all we want about him. He loses matches, but the big thing about his character is if he hits that EOD, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's the story that they're painting with him. Sooner or later, he will have a mid-card title. It will happen sometime. God, I love these sources. I'm going to be so smart today. Stone Cold Steve Austin next week is going to preside over the contract signing of Rollins and Strowman, so no weird shit happens. Because Steve Austin is going to be at the show because ticket sales are low. Yeah, that's why. That's why we wrote this segment like that tonight. I mean, that day on Monday night. It's because ticket sales are low at Madison Square Garden. Really? Come on. Madison Square Garden show, all the big names are going to be there. Stop it. It's always like that. Come on. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Bayley. Bayley is asked about Sasha Banks' return, and Bayley doesn't say anything. She's then asked about teaming with Becky Lynch and being in Lynch's shadow as a champion. Bayley says, well, at the end of the night, we'll see who is in the shadows. Foreshadowing. Viking Raiders are coming out next because they're going to squash a couple of pale white guys again. That looks fun. It's like midget tossing. Yeah, back in the 90s, we had midget tossing. Yeah, closest thing. Nice little fun squash match. Yeah, we'll just keep on doing that with them, I guess. I don't know what else we're going to do. Let's see. Samoa Joe is making his way to the ring. He's going to be taking on Ricochet in another quarterfinal match, and there you go. Yep, there's the contract signing for next week. Look at that smug look on Braun Strowman's face. Ah, man. No we. Well, should there be a "we" on that? I guess you could just go "we." No, it's not long enough. It's not a too drawn out. No, it's more like a ah! Yeah. I think that's what it is. It's not a "we." It's just a yell. It's just a ah! All right, there you go. All right. Let's see you guys try to reenact that in the chat room, huh? All right. Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. This would end up going into a double pinfall. Official decision pending. We don't know what happened at the end of this match. We just know that both of them were passed out, arms draped over each other's chest, and they pinned each other. Okay. But before we do any of that, you know it's Ricochet. You know what you're getting. Whee! See, that's where you do it. Okay, you just do the whee! Yeah. I would really, really like it. Whee! If every time... I got to pause this before I keep on doing it. You know, I would love it for that to be the thing whenever Ricochet has a match or anyone else who goes over the top rope like that, if the whole crowd would just go, wee! I think that would be great. That sounds like something Ring of Honor would do. That sounds like something the NXT studio audience would do. It sounds like something AEW people would do, okay? Anytime anyone flies over the top rope or jumps off a turnbuckle, just wee, I'm really starting to spend myself here a little bit. Rollins is backstage with Strowman, and they're bitching, and Strowman's bitching about Austin, but it's whatever. Firefly Funhouse. Firefly Funhouse. Wyatt says what the Fiend did to Finn Balor was super rude, which is why he's apologizing, but then he winks. The Vince McMahon devil puppet comes up. He's furious that he's challenging Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman to a title match at Hell in the Cell. Puppet Vince goes, he's about to fire him, but Wyatt says, but look, I've been making stacks of cash, and he feeds him some money. Vince goes away. Wyatt says that Rollins and Strowman don't make a great team, but he's embraced teamwork, and all the puppets come out. In another life, Wyatt and Rollins took something dear to him. He says his team will help him cope with pain, but the Fiend helps him inflict it. Then Wyatt says, I'll see you in hell. Yeah. So, yeah. See you in hell. Let me in. What a scamp. All right. Thoughts, concerns, discussion that we've already got. We are going to have Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, going up against Strowman or Rollins in Hell in a Cell. I don't know. I'm afraid. There is a lot of cause for concern with this. Just because we've really built up the entrance and everything. Gosh, we've only seen him once in the ring. I don't know. Does that mean it's already in the books that we've got Rollins winning over Strowman? I take it that's what we're going to get is Rollins winning over Strowman, or we're going to have a triple threat of some kind with AJ Styles getting into the mix. My other thing, too, is this is a Hell in a Cell match. It goes to the finish. There is no DQ. There is no count out. There's no way to wiggle your way out of this. So how do we keep... If Bray Wyatt is not going to win the title at Hell in a Cell, then how do we keep him strong? How do we keep him strong? And more importantly, is it really going to be happening? Because as we all know, and Jamel knows it also, card subject to change. So, is this really happening? It's really too early to say. We've still got about 6 weeks, I think, until the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, 6 or 7 weeks. I think we just need to hold off on trying to speculate on what the heck is going on here. I think it would be better if Wyatt did not have a title match at Hell in a Cell, but have just a regular Hell in a Cell match. And bear in mind that reason they had Wyatt against Balor was so that Balor could take some time off. Wyatt could be doing the same thing to help someone else have some time off. Either one, Strowman or Rollins, could definitely use some time off, but to use a title in that, I don't know. Card subject to change. Card subject to change. Card subject to change. Corey Graves is backstage with the referee of the Ricochet Samoa Joe match, John Cone. He's about to ask for an official result. Karen Borbin comes up, says they're both out, so he should get a bye into the King of the Ring finals. Cone says the officials determined that they're both not eliminated and instead are going to face Corbin in a triple threat match to see who moves forward. I am so not a fan of that idea at all. Why they couldn't, I would much rather it be, we'll resume the match on SmackDown. We'll resume the match on SmackDown. I don't like it. It sounds so forced, I mean, do we need to protect both of them that badly? Really? We're afraid that either one of them is going to really lose a notch in this? No. All right. Get your hankies out. Charlie Caruso's backstage with Rey Mysterio. Mysterio says his son Dominic kept him from retiring weeks ago. Talks about how Dominic talked about how he was happy to grow up in the WWE family. Mysterio says he's watched his son grow up, thanks him for convincing him to continue to pursue his passion. Mysterio says it's crazy. As parents, it's their responsibility to push their children to follow their dreams. Now his son is pushing him to continue his. Mysterio says he's not done, not yet. He still has more to accomplish, and Mysterio's doing it for his son. Ugh. Yeah. Miz versus Cesaro for no reason whatsoever. The Miz wins. Again, filler match for Hulu. Do we really need to look at this? The filler matches on Raw are astounding right now. They have taken the place of pumping the mixed match tag champion things. It's taken the place of that. Unnecessary women's matches are gone by the wayside. Now we have unnecessary men's matches. Filler. That's what we got. Oh, boy. And Gills brought it up. Miz actually won a match as a babyface. Wow. Ah, man. And finally, the main event. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, the women's tag team champions, in a non-title match against the team of Bayley and Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks would make her way to the ring. She would finagle her way into the ring and attack Becky Lynch. And then following, she'd grab a chair. She would beat Becky Lynch. Bayley takes the chair out of Sasha's hands. And as all good friends would do when other friends wear really ugly things, starts to beat the crap out of Becky Lynch with the chair. Ah, yes. Finally, do we have something we can be proud of for Bayley now? I mean, is this what everyone was asking for, right? A heel turn of some kind or character development of some kind? I think this is what everyone was asking for, right? Because there were a lot of people cheering this on over there. Strong way to close the show, absolutely. What did everyone think of the show? Everyone watches Raw. 79% gave it a thumbs up because it's a heel turn. Everyone loves a turn of some kind to end the show. 79% gave Raw a thumbs up, which is normally not the case because everyone would say that Raw stunk, would give it a bad rating because everyone watches Raw. And of course, everyone's going to love. You're absolutely right, Lou. Of course, the Munchers were cheering it on. Of course they were. Cheeto Munchers were digging this stuff. They can cheer a heel. That's cute. I mean, I'm not lying in that assessment, am I? Not at all? Okay. I'm kind of noticing how this show and everything is really making my hair gray. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. But that's the Raw show. That's the Red show. So Bayley is a bad girl now, and immediately following that, everyone's speculating about what her entrance is going to be. Is it going to be different theme music? Is she not going to have the damn inflatable men flubbing around and everything? What's going to happen here? There's only one way that we can find out, and that's by talking about the Blue Show. We're going to talk about the Blue Show, the one that doesn't have any wee graphics. I think from now on I need to do that. No offense, Roy. Sometimes when you do the recaps, I got to add some graphics in there. But wait, Mike Tedesco did them. Did he add some? Yes, he did. but Mike Tedesco did the review, so we're going to have some graphics on this one. And I'm going to be doing the SmackDown review in for the next couple of weeks as well. So, yeah, double duty for me. Bayley is making her way to the ring. We've got to talk about this monologue that she gave out to start off the show. Has the same entrance, same music, same inflatable men and everything, and it sounds very, very torn in the crowd, to where some of the regular viewers are chanting Becky, the Cheeto Munchers are chanting yes, I think. So Bayley gets in the ring, and she says she doesn't get it. And she says everyone has something to say about what happened last night, but what did they not see coming? Her friendship with Sasha? Her sense of responsibility to the one person that's had her back on the road to the SmackDown title? Banks is her best friend. Nothing's changed. She's still trying to show the people the kind of champion she wants to be, but Bayley's trying to give people opportunities and lift people up. Bayley says she does it with hugs, and she thinks about the kids, and ever since she started doing all this, she's trying to make the people feel the way she felt when she was a kid and a fan. Bayley says she's the hero and the role model, and Bayley's trying to show people what it means to be loyal. That's why she couldn't turn her back on Banks after things got rough. She's doing everything she can to put SmackDown Live and the women's division on the map, and people deserve a champion with the same recognition as Becky Lynch. Bayley says that she'll be that champion for a long time, and that starts at Clash of Champions when she beats the most selfish person on the planet, Charlotte Flair. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, and no one else is going to be saying this about this segment, this character development with Bayley, and that monologue, okay? And I'm not talking about Bayley's delivery of the monologue was great, was just great, okay? But we can finally give credit where credit is due to the WWE writing staff. Wow. How they built this. How they built this character of Bayley, who everyone was thinking was just suddenly going to turn into a badass. Who everyone, she's just going to have doom-sounding music and not have inflatable men and not be about hugs and not smile all the time. No. It's part of her character about valuing loyalty and valuing friendship, and you don't leave friends behind. You don't ditch them when things get rough. So, it's the justified delusional heel, Jamel puts it. And those are the most intriguing and most well-sculpted heels that you'll ever find. Okay? This was fantastically put together. Fantastically done. Came out of nowhere, didn't think of it, and what I love is you have the gap between the two shows, so everyone's led to believe she's going to come out as a badass or something like that. Nope. Nope. Delusional heel. You know? I was waiting for her to try to go up and hug a kid, and the kid's like, no, get away from me. Well, what's wrong? What's wrong? What did I do? That's great. That's great stuff. Okay? Far too often you get badass heels, you get monster heels, maniacal heels, foreigner heels, the simple ones. The delusional heels are the most complex, but also the most well-written of all of them. And it takes a very special character and a very special babyface when you swerve them to be a very convincing delusional heel. Far too often you get the heel that turns and is always like, I hate the fans. I did everything for you. It's the fans. Not Bayley. She's like, well, I'm showing you what it's like to be a great person. I'm still doing this for you. I care about you. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Charlotte Flair comes out and says, yep, she's the queen of selfishness, and she's going to take the title of Clash of Champions. Sasha Banks' music cuts off. Before Sasha can make her way to the ring, Charlotte starts beating up on Bayley because she knows the 2-on-1 is imminent. And just like last night, Bayley hands the chair on over to Sasha, who they're both wearing matching outfits. Who'da thunk it? And yeah, thank you for being a friend. Swinging that chair down again and again. Oh, hey, I kind of did that. That's kind of neat. Yeah, a little spin off the Golden Girls there. Yeah, very, very interesting opener to the show. King of the Ring qualifying. That's a quarterfinal match. It's Ali versus Elias. I got to tell you, these crowds that they had this week, Raw in Baltimore and SmackDown in Norfolk, I mean, these crowds were hot for these King of the Ring matches. This was a fun one. Elias just heave-hoing Ali like the, ah! Okay, it's not a we. You got to understand that. When you're being thrown by someone, it's more a, ah! Okay, so there you go. But then, yes, of course, Ali is going over to match. I don't think I could do a we if he's doing a flippy flip. Jamel, not to be a wet blanket, but is anyone else getting an eerie feeling like this will play out? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to play out like Becky's turn last year. I don't know. I don't think so. Not when you have Bayley and Sasha to play off of each other. Becky trying it on her own. Not so hot. I don't know. Really don't know. What are you doing, Ali? You're doing another flippy, aren't you? Yeah. You're doing the flippy. And it was this match was more about Ali attacking Elias's arm and Elias attacking Ali's leg, which was fantastic stuff. Going into the crossface. Yep, that's good stuff. But finally, Ali drop kicking Elias when he's trying to jump off the... Oh, he didn't do the drop kick there. But in the end, Elias would win. Sit on the crown. God, that's a fantastic pose. That is such a fantastic pose right there. Yes. So that's what we got. Here's the thing. Why Elias over Ali? Well, if we had Ali over Elias, that means we would have to have Andrade over Gable, which would then mean we're getting Ali Andrade all over again. No, we're not going to have that. So we have Elias over Ali, which means Gable over Andrade? Huh? I'm not sure about that. Well, after the match, backstage, Kayla Braxton. Hey, Kayla! Kayla is backstage with Samoa Joe. Why is Samoa Joe there? Hey, Kayla! Why is Samoa Joe there? Well, she talks about this triple threat match that he's got, and Joe says he's here to scout the competition that he's going to face one of these people at the finals of the King in the Ring tournament. They're all going to bow to the King. So there you go. Aleister Black is backstage, narrowly missing the milk carton. This was going to be week number 3 without Aleister Black. He was close to being man number 34 on the WWE Milk Carton, but he narrowly misses it because if the mountain isn't going to come to him, then he's going to go to the mountain. He has a hell of a time trying to unbutton his shirt, and he leaves his darkly lit room that seems to have a plant somewhere, and the lights behind the plant and the shadows and stuff. And I don't get it. But, okay, so he doesn't like it. Aleister Black is now no longer the hot topic employee to me. Aleister Black is now a very social anxiety-ridden introvert. You know, when you think of someone who wants to fight, you don't think of someone who keeps themselves shut in that wants to fight. If you want to fight, you go out there and you fight. But if you want to fight so bad, you go out there and you find one. You don't have it come to you. Why would I want to fight? No. There's no one else is like you. No. I don't get it. Whatever. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss going against, who's the Fire and Desire again? Oh, yeah, that's Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. That we saw this match before a couple of weeks ago, so it should be the same thing, right? We have an error. Whee! Nikki Cross. I never did that with the whee! God, that's so good. Whee! I'm sorry. It's horrible that I laugh at my own shit. Okay? But seriously, that is perfectly done. That's just, whee! Hey, Jamma. Hi, Jamma. Say, whee! All right. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Alexa Bliss would try to go upstairs for the Twisted Bliss, get distracted by a Mandy Rose who took crashing and burning to Nikki Cross. Sonya Deville would take her down, and then Rose and Deville nail I guess I call it a total elimination on Alexa Bliss, and they end up winning. So looks like we're setting up for a women's tag team match between those two teams. Sure. Okay. Something to do. Everyone can stop bitching about the titles not being relevant. Seemed relevant to me. That happened. Chad Gable's warming up backstage, and Samoa Joe walks up to him and makes fun of him for being short and stuff. Randy Orton makes his way to the ring. He says shit about Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston comes out. The Revival jump him from behind, and then they beat the shit out of him in the ring. So there you go. Yep, and here we go with the FTRKO. Some people calling it a Super RKO. Some people calling it Dudley Death Drop. No, I think FTRKO is just fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let me go back with the Gills brought it up, another 1 week face turn for Bliss and Cross. We don't know what the hell Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are right now. We really have no clue what they are. Nor do we know what Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are. Remember it was like around about WrestleMania time that they were taunting a Rose and Deville split, but it never happened. Yeah, so I don't think there's really any cases or criticisms that need to be made about who's a face or who's a heel in the women's tag team division because quite frankly, they're just there. I'm sorry. There are no storylines to build. There's nothing else to go on. Anyone else remember those Japanese girls that were trying to... You remember them? I know where they are now. Let's see. So Roman Reigns is going to be facing Eric Rowan at Clash of Champions. That's a match that's been announced. King of the Ring quarterfinal match. Andrade with Zelina Vega in tow going against Chad Gable. Another fun match. Yeah. Gable doing the monkey flips on the Andrade. I can't do any more wheeze. I'm so spent right now. Double knees missed by Andrade. Gable doing the rolling German, which is just really beautiful. Zelina distracting the ref so he couldn't get the 3 count. But he would end up Andrade would put him in a hammerlock DDT, about to go down for it. Gable reverses it for an impressive little roll-up to get the win. And so, Gable, moving on to the semifinals to face Elias to see who will be King of the Ring at Clash of Champions. Yeah. Aleister Black is making his entrance. He's issued an open challenge. He's going against Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, Aleister Black wins and does the whole black mass thing. Yeah, there you go. And finally, well, no, not finally. Not finally just yet. Okay. Because, first off, Shinsuke Nakamura is backstage with Sami Zayn. They're making their way to the ring. Drake Maverick, 24/7 champ, is backstage with his wife, Renee Michelle. They have yet to consummate the marriage. They're trying to sneak out of the arena. The Singh brothers, the Bollywood boys, try to roll him up, and he escapes. Curtis Axel tries to roll him up, but Bo Dallas does pin Maverick to win the title, and he runs off. So Bo Dallas has the 24/7 title. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also around that time you saw Grand Metalik rolling by in a little equipment case in front of Drake Maverick, which was even better. So, yeah. The 24/7 title, Scooby-Doo chases are back. Yes, Benny Hill sketches. I love it, okay? Yes. And Shinsuke Nakamura is making his way down to the ring to squash a white guy. Sami Zayn is on the mic during the entire match to make it somewhat bearable. So, yeah, there you go. After this match, Bo Dallas runs into the ring, and he's chased by a bunch of people. I made them all out. It was the bunch of people was the Bollywood boys and Grand Metalik. That's it. But Curtis Axel is there to try to fend him off and help him out. But then Drake Maverick rolls Dallas up to recapture the title. As he tries to escape, he makes his way to the throne, and there, standing with lampshade and robe, is R-Truth. Sneaks up on the Maverick, rolls him up, and gets his 24/7 title back. I think this is his 15th 24/7 title championship. God, that's great. Good stuff. Finally ending the show. Daniel Bryan comes out. He says he should get an apology from Roman Reigns because he got speared and he's been called a liar, and Daniel Bryan's not a liar. Roman Reigns' music hits. He tries to make his way to the ring, but then all of a sudden Eric Rowan attacks him. Starts beating the shit out of him. Daniel Bryan tries to interfere, but Rowan shoves him out of the way, powerbombs Reigns into the ring post, then Rowan gets Reigns into the ring, gives him the Iron Claw, but then Rowan grabs the mic. Says the joke is on Reigns for thinking Bryan did it. Rowan says he's nobody's puppet. Last week, Bryan slapped him over and over again. Rowan challenges Bryan to get back in the ring and slap him. He ain't. Rowan gets pumped up. Bryan looks conflicted. Rowan says that he's proud of what he's done to Reigns. Rowan is proud of knocking the equipment over and running the car into him. Most proud of the punishment he's going to feel at Clash of Champions. Rowan throws him out of the ring, grabs some steel steps, smashes him, takes the stuff off the commentator's table. Daniel Bryan comes over, asks him what the hell he's doing. Daniel Bryan slaps Rowan, and then Rowan just gives him the Iron Claw through the commentary table. So first off, Eric is not happy with Roman. There's Daniel trying to get him away. Yeah, what the hell? And then Daniel Bryan not making the best of choices. Very impulsive, very stupid. And then Iron Claw into the table. So there you go. That's how you do it. Very interesting finish. Gil saying, I hope Bryan isn't turning face. There's no turning, okay? There's no turning, okay? There's no swerving, guys. There's nothing, okay? There's no swerving, there's no turning, there's no nothing. You can call it a breakup or call it whatever you want. Nothing is happening, okay? You want to know what I think's going to be happening here? Okay? I'm painting you a picture. Get ready for this picture, okay? Clash of Champions. Roman Reigns versus Rowan. Okay? Have the match. It's going to go on for a good 7 or 8 minutes. Roman looks like he's going to win. Then out comes the other Rowan, Luke Harper, to interfere. And it be a beatdown of 2-on-1. The following SmackDown, Daniel Bryan offers his services. And so we have a tag team match of the two Rowans or the Bludgeon Brothers against Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. What do you think's going to happen in that match? 3-on-1 beatdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new stable of Daniel Bryan and the Bludgeon Brothers. Does it sound too complicated? Does it sound complicated? I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Okay? There's no swerving, there's no faces, there's no nothing. Okay? You're thinking way too much. All right? It is simple. It is incredibly simple. I'm a smarty. I've got the best sources around. What did everyone think of the show? I don't know. I guess we'll never know who thought of the show. But we all know that everyone liked the show, the SmackDown show, and probably gave it a thumbs up because, once again, everyone enjoyed watching SmackDown. It got positive reviews, and that is because nobody watches SmackDown. All right. Prepare yourselves, guys. Buckle in. We have got a ton of news to go over, including some joker who really treasures a brand new title from a brand new federation that he's trying to hype up. First, going to flash over some results from Saturday night wrestling shows that I will be brutally honest, I have not watched. Okay? I have not watched them, but I am more interested in seeing this one than I am the other one. So, NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff results. We're just going to shoot down over to the results. I'm sorry. It's just me. That's just me, and I'm just being fair. Noam Dar would defeat Travis Banks. Cesaro defeated Ilya Dragunov. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster defeated the Grizzly Young Veterans and Galius to win the NXT UK Tag Team titles. Joe Coffey defeated Dave Mastiff in a last man standing match. Kaylee Ray defeated Toni Storm to become the new NXT UK Women's Champion. And finally, Volta defeated Tyler Bate to retain the UK title. Jamel, I got Kit, I got Jamel, I got all of you saying that I'm going to love the Walter match. Oh, okay. I got you. Tag match was good too. I heard the Coffee Mastiff match was just a steaming pile. I just heard that was a steaming pile. And Xantric saying it's good to see Cesaro work with the younger crew. It is nice. I actually think he would be a way better fit with NXT UK, to tell you the truth. But as long as they need filler matches for Raw, that's what Cesaro is going to be there for. So, yeah, it was disappointing. Okay, the Coffee Mastiff match. All right, AEW All Out, crowning their inaugural champion. Don't mind me, just reading the results. Look at all those people commenting. Don't care. Not going to get into it. So, Cal Uncensored defeated the Jurassic Express. I think that involves the Luchasaurus. Pac defeated Kenny Omega. Oh, Pac, that's Lightbulb Head. Yeah, defeated Kenny Omega via a referee stoppage. Jimmy Havoc defeated Darby Allin and Joey Janela in a Cracker Barrel clash. I take it that's an Extreme Rules triple threat match. The Dark Order defeated the Best Friends to earn a first-round bye in a tag team title tournament. I take it that's going on. Riho defeated Hiraku Shida to win an opportunity for the AEW Women's title. Cody defeated Shawn Spears, a.k.a. Ty Dillinger. The Lucha Bros defeated the Young Bucks in a ladder match to retain the AAA World Tag Team titles. And finally, your inaugural AEW World Champion, the very first one, Chris Jericho defeating Hangman Adam Page, which is no shock. Nobody watches SmackDown, nobody watches AEW. Well, so Chris Jericho is your brand new AEW champion on a Saturday night. On Sunday night, he reported to the Tallahassee Police Department that his championship title had been stolen. According to TMZ Sports, AEW champ Chris Jericho filed a report with the Tallahassee Police Department on Sunday that his title had been stolen. Jericho, who took a limousine, stopped at the Longhorn Steakhouse for dinner. Jericho realized he had the wrong luggage, but when he got his bag at the AEW title was missing. Tallahassee Police Department initially announced on Wednesday they had recovered the championship today, including posting a photo of an officer with the title, but they quickly went back to saying it was an open and active investigation. The photo was then deleted. The police are also saying that they have actually recovered the belt, and it's also noted to be valued at $29,250. A citizen found the championship along a local roadway. No other details are coming up right now. To me, honestly, I'm just thinking it's a work. You know, seriously, it's just a work. Hell, Jericho posted a video online of him in a hot tub with champagne talking about how it was stolen. You know, is this really how we're going to try to get people to notice your federation outside of the events, is by doing this? Come on. Really? It's kind of sad. It really is kind of sad. Whether it's true or not, both ends of it, it's really sad. Oh, well. All right, enough of that. WWE is reportedly planning to hold a draft for Raw and Smackdown this coming October. According to multiple sources, the WWE reportedly will be holding this draft. Another superstar shakeup. It should be noted that these are tentative dates because the WWE draft is scheduled to be held on Friday Night SmackDown on October the 11th from Las Vegas, and it will conclude Monday Night Raw from Denver on October the 14th. Bear in mind, this is when SmackDown will have changed over to Fox on Friday nights, and it will only have been their second show. This is going to be when they debut on October the 4th. That's going to be the celebrating 20 years of SmackDown episode. And then the following week, they're planning this superstar shakeup. Another draft. Oh, okay. 5-6 months just wasn't good enough, huh? Okay. And our intrepid, ingenious reporters at F4W Online, they're stating that the WWE draft is being done as a way to try and maintain the expected big audience from the premiere a week prior. It is also being done as a way to freshen up both shows with talent. Well, no shit. For fuck's sake. Patronizing. No shit. Here's what my sources are telling me, okay? Here's what my sources are going to tell me. This is the numero uno way to get Brock Lesnar or Ronda Rousey on SmackDown. That's the only reason we're doing this. It's the only reason we are doing the Superstar Shakeup. That's the only reason. No one else of any consequence is coming to SmackDown. Either or both. Either or both. Rousey, Lesnar, that's all we care about. Yeah. They aren't shipping everyone from Raw to SmackDown. Dear Lord. Not all of the big names and all the main eventers of Raw are coming over to SmackDown. That ain't happening. Okay? It's only going to be one or two big names. And those names are Lesnar and Rousey. That is it. Period. According to reports from PW Insider and Fightful, WWE has hired Dara Frank, former Viacom Senior Director of Podcasting, Radio, and Records, as their new Senior Director for the new upcoming WWE Podcast Network. Also, according to the same reports, Frank had been with Viacom since 2007. She most recently held the position of Senior Director, Podcasting, Radio, and Records, where she was responsible for all strategy, productions, marketing, and sales in those areas. In addition, she oversaw Comedy Central Records, which was a big seller, which was a really big seller at that time. So, this is interesting. Now we've got people that know what the hell they're doing to be part of this podcast network. Now it's time for us to really stop making fun of this idea of the WWE's podcast network. They are serious about this now. All right? This is not just Stone Cold having a show and Booker T having a show and blah, blah, blah. This is going to be professionally done. A lot of production put into this, a lot of editing. This is going to be done very well. Okay? I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious about how that's going to turn out. Jon Moxley did not attend StarCast 3. Conrad Thompson issued a response due to this. Moxley sent Thompson the recommendation that Conrad Thompson issued a statement earlier that day that Jon Moxley would not be able to travel based on the recommendation of his doctor. Moxley sent Thompson the recommendation and said, "I'm sorry, this sucks." Moxley's stage show was replaced by a stage show called Turner Memories with Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone, reflecting on their time with Turner Sports. He was pulled out of the All Out event due to a MRSA flare-up in his elbow. Dustin Rhodes on AEW against NXT, quote, "I don't consider us going to war with anybody." Sports Illustrated featured an interview with Dustin Rhodes, talked about his thoughts going up head-to-head with NXT on the USA Network. He said, quote, "It's all about us putting a damn good product and giving another option. I don't consider us going to war with anybody. I know there will be talk about the ratings, but the focus should be on putting out the best talent we can put out on TNT. It's going to be a lot of fun, and if you're not coming along for the ride, well, I feel for you." Okay, we'll believe it when we see it, because know damn well every single time I watch an AEW show, I'm going to hear those three letters that are not yours. By the way, Dustin Rhodes is joining the coaching staff of AEW, but his in-ring career is still going to continue. Just won't quit. That's okay. You can go ahead and do it. That's fine. No problem there. AEW on TNT is returning to the Sears Center Arena in Chicago on Thanksgiving Eve. Why? Whatever. Yes, Thanksgiving Eve. Fun for the whole family that probably won't be there. AEW announced the Full Gear pay-per-view tickets went on sale. They announced that November the 9th would be their next pay-per-view event, Full Gear, coming from the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore. And they've also announced the very first match for that show will be the returning Johnny Moxley after his MRSA flare-up, facing Kenny Omega. So there you go. Yay. You get your match. Good for you. Tired of AEW news. I'm really tired of it already. How about some Ring of Honor news? The world champ of the Ring of Honors, Matt Taven. His contract is set to expire at the end of this month, according to PW Insider. Ring of Honor and Taven have not come to terms on a new deal as of this writing. He debuted in 2010 and is the current world champ of the company. Won the title in a triple threat ladder match against Marty Scurll and Jay Lethal at the Ring of Honor New Japan G1 Supercard from Madison Square Garden earlier this year. Wrestleview, we attempted to reach Ring of Honor for a comment, but we were not immediately returned. We'll keep on following it until they tell us otherwise. This weekend, the WWE postponed all NXT live events in Florida due to the threat of Hurricane Dorian. Can you blame them? Yesterday, also, the Tampa Bay Rays, the baseball team, was hosting the Baltimore Orioles. They were in the middle. This was game 2 of a 3-game series. They turned it into a doubleheader as to get Baltimore's team out of the state before Dorian would hit. So, Jamel's telling me in the chat room that Marty Scurll's contract is rumored to be up in November. I believe it when I see it. I'll believe that when I see it. I'm pretty sure Scurll's going to get tangled up in other promotions. I'll tell you. Oh, everyone's favorite rankings. The PWI 500. Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Man, I followed this shit when I was a teenager. And the only reason I did was I just wanted to see the names. I didn't, and this was before the internet. This was before anything, during the little bit of the Monday Night Wars. This was what I used to figure out who else was out there. Yeah. And this is when I found out that Edge's or Adam Copeland's very first wrestler ring name was Sexton Hardcastle. Look it up. Sexton Hardcastle was Edge. Yeah. So, Seth Rollins is number 1 on the PWI 500. Yep. Okie dokie. Sounds good to me. I don't follow it that much anymore. It doesn't really make any sense anymore. Rankings don't mean anything to me anymore. Ranking systems, rating systems, I just don't get it. No. The only rating system I have right now are my sources, and these are very good. Monday Night Raw was nominated for TV Show of the Year at the People's Choice Awards for the People's Choice Awards. Look at all those happy people of Ronda Rousey, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman to let us know how happy they are that they've been nominated for this award. Yes, the People's Choice Awards are going to air Sunday, November the 10th from Santa Monica. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think they're going to win it. Dave Bautista is going to be a character in the new video game Gears 5. Gears of War 5. And also, Finn Balor revealed a new look. Yeah, he got a haircut. He got a haircut, and he's honeymooning in Japan. Wait, Doug, honeymooning? What are you talking about? We'll explain on the Milk Carton. Rumor. Do you guys like stupid-ass rumors that get debunked within 24 hours? I know I sure as hell do. There was a rumor floating around last week that the WWE was reaching out to Enzo Amore and Big Cass. According to this report by Dave Meltzer, Big Dave, which is making the rounds, said that they were reached out to. Should be noted this is only a rumor, but the offer reportedly is for Enzo and Cass to return to the company and star on NXT. Enzo and Cass, yes. Okay, so that's why they're doing it. The WWE reached out to us with the following statement. There is no truth to the rumor. This could be further explained by Cass when he would tweet with a crying face emoji of laughing, followed by idiots. You know, there's a reason Dave Meltzer's sober. We have the best sources at Wrestleview.com, period. Not just these that are in my hand. Okay? The only reason you'll ever see us post rumors on our website is for that reason right there. To show you how stupid some people can be. But of course it's Dark Overlord Dave Meltzer. I mean, it's not like his feet are going to be held to the fire. It's not like he's going to be held accountable for anything that he ever says, ever, or ever reports, ever. It's not like he's got any integrity or anything like that. It's not like his repertoire has been diminished, and it's not like anyone's going to still pay attention to anything the fuck he has to say. What do I have to do? When can I get to those levels? Can I get to those? Is it even attainable to where I can just pull straight up piles of shit out of my ass, call it news, people fly with it and believe it? I will get denied by the actual people involved in said rumors, but yet I'll still be regarded as the grand poobah of everything that's pro wrestling on the internet. When do I hit those levels? When? Definitely not saying that I'm more accurate. I don't know if I'm more accurate or not. Look at me. Look at my pay-per-view record this year. 81-31. Just predicting the matches. And what's more is I got these. The tequila that keeps me in check to make sure that I'm not saying stupid shit. Okay? I hold my feet to the fire. I pay the price when I'm wrong. Most people like it when I'm wrong. I can't help that. But other reasons that we put rumors on Wrestleview is also to show you that we are still reaching out to confirm them. Okay? Because don't get me wrong, a rumor like this is freaking stupid. But this one is a little more worrisome. Rumor is it that an NXT superstar Kacy Catanzaro has reportedly given her notice to the WWE, according to a report from Squared Circle Sirens and other media outlets on the internet this Monday. She recently gave her notice. It's being said that after suffering a back injury that she's decided to stop wrestling. She's made appearances throughout the past 2 years with NXT. She made her main roster debut at the 2019 Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. As of this report, it has not publicly confirmed the reports about her leaving the WWE. However, the past Saturday, she posted on Twitter the following: "You just got to do things your own way. Think outside the box. Push away that voice in your head that tells you to conform. Trust that little voice in your mind that tells you that you don't have to be like everybody else." Alluding to the fact that she may have left the company, maybe. Yeah. This is sad, okay? If this is true, this is really sad. I had a lot of high hopes for her, okay? I'm not saying she was going to be like, the next really great women's superstar in the WWE roster. It's just she had a look and she had everything to make her own thing on with the WWE. No one else could do what she could do. It's sad. It's kind of sad. So, really hope that isn't the case. We'll see. We'll see. It can't be because she's angry about whatever the hell is going on with her in the WWE. No, that's not the case. It's got to be something else. So, staying on the injury front, happening in some other federation is Brian Cage, the Impact World Champion, is undergoing stem cell treatment for his injured back. He took to Instagram on the 29th to address his title reign. He mentioned that he knows people are disappointed with his inactive reign so far. No more than him. Cage has been dealing with back injury since April. Injury occurred, taking a Spanish fly onto the floor. Biggest stupid fucking move known to mankind. Cage is currently undergoing stem cell treatments in Colombia. Hall of Famer Kevin Nash recently underwent that same therapy and says that he's felt the best he's ever felt in years. So, we hope that the Cage gets better. There's his full statement. There he is looking very angry with the title. So, yeah. Hope he gets it. Stem cell research is the wave of the future right now to really get rid of nagging things. That's my intrepid reporting right there. God, I'm so horrible. Let's look at that injury list, which has not really changed for a while. Jason Jordan, neck injury. He has not seen action for nearly 2 years. He's still on the main roster. God damn it, WWE, Jason Jordan. Just say you're retired. Get it over with. Tomato Chomper, neck surgery. He's supposed to be coming back sometime in December. Could be earlier. Wanda Rousey, broken hand at WrestleMania. Wanted a baby in her belly and made her finger go like this and then made this part of the finger go underneath it like that. from an injury in a cameo appearance on the 911 show for Fox. So, we are not going to be seeing her to WrestleMania, we think. Nia Jax, reparative surgery on both knees of her ACLs in both knees. She's due back around Royal Rumble times, maybe sooner. Jeff Hardy, when he's not getting drunk and passed out in a staircase in Myrtle Beach, he's recovering from knee surgery and won't be back until Fastlane. Ruby Wyatt, reparative bilateral surgery on both shoulders. She will be back in time for Royal Rumble. Mickie James, ACL surgery that got done torn up. She won't be back until Survivor Series. Lars Sullivan, told to have been major knee injury. We are not giving the specifics. This occurred back in June or July. But it's so severe that we're not seeing him until WrestleMania, so it's got to be ACL and MCL. It's got to sound really bad. Jinder Mahal, ruptured patella. He's not going to be back until WrestleMania times. Tamina received a concussion during a house show in June. We haven't seen her since then. And finally, Bobby Lashley is getting bone spurs removed in his elbow, and he will be back in time for the Survivor Series. All right. Those are all of the people that are hurt. What about the people who aren't hurt? What about the people who are perfectly healthy? What about all of the people who haven't been on WWE TV or pay-per-view for, say, 3 weeks? They end up on a very special list. It is now a gargantuan list. It is so large that I feel like I had to spend the entire final segment of this show on it. And at the same time, grab my sources and do some intrepid research to figure out what the hell all of these people are doing. Where are they? What's going on? Why is my voice in a higher register? It is a very special list, a lengthy one. Prepare yourself, kids. It's the WWE Milk Carton.
Oh my God, this is so heavy. Oh, kill me.
All right. We are 33 people deep in this thing. Let me bring up some stuff here that I need to get up on my end, if you'll excuse me, because I got to be prepared for this too. Okay. Let's start this off. Asuka. We have not seen her since I believe it was the post-SummerSlam episode of Raw. Yes, where she was facing, she was teaming up with Kairi Sane and facing Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the women's tag team titles, and they lost. Well, what the hell is she doing? What's she doing? She's too busy putting up together her own YouTube channel to stream video games. Yeah. That's her place, that's her setup, and everything. This was just retweeted, this post given by Ollie Barter of Forbes Games. This was retweeted by Asuka with his article about how Asuka from the WWE has started her own gaming YouTube channel. So, that's what she's doing in her spare time. Competition for Xavier Woods? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so that's what Asuka's doing. Kairi Sane, same thing. Haven't seen her since post-SummerSlam episode of Raw, teaming up with Asuka to face Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the women's tag team titles. What is she doing? Well, the only activity that I could find of her was a post from 3 days ago on Sunday on the Twitter. It was a retweet. She retweeted around about 8 o'clock in the morning. She's watching the hurricane. Other pictures that she's posting is just of herself in Snapchat or Instagram filters. It's smattering pictures of that and hurricane updates. Yeah, I don't know. I take it that she might be concerned about the hurricane because that's probably where she lives. So, yeah. Haven't seen Big Wool in a while? No, that's wrong, Jamel. You saw Big Wool last week. He was on SmackDown. Sorry. Don't know how to break that to you. Carmella. We haven't seen her since the post-SmackDown episode of Raw where I believe she was involved in a segment involving the 24/7 title. This one's a little different. On her Instagram page, just today, kind of posted this. A little inspirational meme. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, God, inspirational meme, whatever. But it's what's written by her that kind of makes you wonder. So here we go. I mean, pardon me. I'm going to try to read this off because people just listening. Okay, but you can check this out on her Instagram page. Carmella says, I recently had a health scare that shook my world. I was super apprehensive, still am, to post about it because I'm not looking for any sort of sympathy. Instead, I wanted to share what this past month has taught me. You might find my perception to be trivial and unimportant, but these are my thoughts. For the first time in 6 years, I was forced to slow down. I've never had an injury with time off or anything of the sort since I started with the WWE. I was able to slow down for a few weeks and just be. It opened my mind and my eyes to the world I didn't notice for 6 years and allowed me to be present instead of worrying about the next thing to do on my list. I took a break from social media and it really allowed me to live in the moment and see what was right in front of me. I had conversations with people I would have normally never seen because my head would be buried in my phone. More importantly, social media is not real. The fact that I at one point or another would get bothered by a few crass comments made my presumptuous ill-mannered trolls makes me laugh now. It's also insignificant at the end of the day. Do these trolls care about my health and well-being? Are they the ones who will be there for me when shit hits the fan? Hell no. So why would I care what people on an app in my phone have to say about me? I spent time with the most important people in my life. And in a world where I'm constantly on the road, I rarely get more than a few hours with those who matter most to me. I'm grateful I was able to spend so much time with my sister and my parents who are my world. I was also constantly laughing with my boyfriend who is the most supportive man on the planet. I truly don't know what I would do without him. Things can and will go wrong regardless of how healthy your lifestyle is. It's important to feed our bodies with happy thoughts, clean and healthy foods, and of all the positive vibes. Let's all try to be a little better as humans. Everyone we meet is going through something. Be nice. Life is short. Hug your family. Laugh more. Let the little things go. Buy the shoes and drink the wine. So something happened to Carmella for these past few handful of weeks. Maybe the past couple of months. I am not going to sit here and speculate what it is. That's not, dear Lord. I just went over how some people had rumors and they were easily debunked. So I'm not going to, that's not me, okay? Sometimes I can be a troll on the internets and the Twitters and the things, but it's not meant to make people feel bad, okay? It's just to have a laugh, okay? Laugh at how stupid things are. Case in point, you look at R-Truth, Mojo Rawley, Victor from the Ascension, Kane, okay? That's what I like doing, okay? Social media is not real. It really isn't. I mean, it's supposed to be a marketing tool, is what it is. But now it gets blown up into, well, we could get into a really big debate on what social media is, but that's not the point here. Carmella's been out for a month dealing with something very traumatic. Health-wise, we don't know what. And I'm sure we may or may never find out. Who knows? But I really do commend her for not coming clean on what it is and talking more about how to stay positive in the face of, staying buried in your phone and getting lost in an echo chamber. So, yeah, more props to her. So, yeah. Speaking of Mojo Rawley, where's he been? We haven't seen him since the post-SummerSlam episode of Raw when he was chasing away some people's for the 24/7 title. Where has he been? Well, for one, he is still traveling and doing house shows for the Raw brand. Okay, that's number one thing. He is still traveling, doing house shows for the Raw brand. Whether he's on Main Event or not, I'm not sure. But his most recent post was on Instagram, where he was here yesterday night hanging out with his little buddy Cullen to watch him have football practice. Thanks to the Vienna Generals for having me and reminding me what it feels like to have my hand in the dirt. Even if it was a turf field. I had to wait until college to play on turf, but these kids have it at age 7. So, yeah. That's what he's doing. He's just having fun. Nothing wrong with that. And he's still touring. Okay, he's still touring. So, yeah. Not really going to hang up on him about what he has not been doing. No way, Jose. Haven't seen him since the post-SummerSlam episode of Raw, where, no, he was not conga lining with anyone. He was just going after, I think he was still trying to go after the 24/7 title. Is that right? No, he was in a match with Robert Roode, I'm sorry. So, yeah, the conga line dancers were with him, so I hope we find them. We cannot have a relapse of what happened last year with him, okay? These people have got to be found sooner rather than later. So, all right, Doug. So what's No Way Jose been doing? He's got to be doing stuff that's, I don't know, forthcoming. I mean, shoot, you just saw Mojo Rawley hanging out with a kid at football practice. Carmella coming clean about ambiguous health scares. Asuka's doing video games, and Kyrie's staring at the Weather Channel. What's No Way Jose doing? He's retweeting WWE Twitter. That's all he's been doing. This is his most recent tweet from yesterday. Watching the airing of SmackDown and just retweeting what he sees. I'm sure he's doing house shows. I'm sure he's doing other stuff. But all over his Twitter feed and Instagram is just constant retweets and replies about what the WWE is doing. That's the complete opposite of what the WWE wants you to do. They want you to be more open with your life. They want you to show what you do in your spare time. If it's just something as stupid as mowing your grass in your underwear like Rusev does. If it's something as mundane as eating food. If it's something as boring as reading a newspaper. Seriously, this is all he has on his Twitter feed and his Instagram account is retweets and repostings from the WWE. I don't think we're going to be seeing No Way Jose. It's going to say your goodbyes. Say your goodbyes. Yeah. Titus O'Neil. Haven't seen him since he was chasing after the 24/7 title on that post-SummerSlam edition of Raw. I would love to see it if he was chasing after for the 24/7 title, if he had a ref draped over his shoulders like a fireman's carry and running after whoever had the 24/7 title. Seriously. That's all he needs to do. He is the perfect person to do it. He never pins them or anything. He's just running around with a ref on his shoulders. Just please do that. Just please give me that. You should know the answer of what Titus O'Neil is doing. It's what he's been doing his entire life. And that is saving the planet. Okay? It is clothing children, educating children, giving affordable housing to under poor families. I can't think of the politically correct word, but that's what he's doing. He is making life better for everybody, okay? This man is a saint, All right? The only reason he's not a champion is because he sucks as a professional wrestler. But damn it, he is just a great, fantastic human being, okay? So what has he been doing? Yes, he's been saving the planet. We know that. I'm just trying to bring it up right now so I can show it to you. Here he is, posting from Tampa, Florida. Confidence comes from hours, days, weeks, and years of constant work and dedication. Great achievements are usually born of great sacrifice, never the result of selfishness. God bless you at birth to be a winner in life. Have the confidence to walk in his light and you'll win. Look, okay, first this is for the wheelchairs for kids, and it looks like he delivered a wheelchair to a kid. I am not a very religious person at all, but I'm not obnoxiously atheistic either, okay? I am for everyone living their own life and not forcing beliefs on anyone else, okay? But there's one thing that I do really love about some religious organizations or people in religion is that they really, really do go out there and help their communities and help people in ways that are not just beneficial to themselves and to promote what they believe in and promote, what they want their organization to grow, okay? Titus O'Neil is not doing that. He is helping so many people and just likes to say God bless it after all of it, okay? That's all that I'm getting from that. Man, more power to him, okay? There's way too much bad stuff going on when it comes to religious people. He's one of the great ones, all right? And, yeah. Just have him run across my screen with a referee. That's all I need. That is all he needs to do. Bork Laser, this one is pretty simple. We haven't seen him since SummerSlam when he lost the Universal title to Seth Rollins. So where is he? Well, you wouldn't believe this if I've got to show it to you. Bork Laser has a Twitter account. Doesn't do Instagram, really. He has a Twitter account. However, all that's on his Twitter account are retweets of Paul Heyman's tweets. The last activity that Bork Laser's Twitter account has is from a retweet on August the 12th, the day after SummerSlam, where Paul Heyman says, "My client, Bork Laser, and I have been apprised that no rematch will be granted, and we find this decision to be arbitrary and patently unfair." So, yeah. Bullshit. Bulletin, bullshit. Well, this is what he posts. It's all I found of him. It's all that he cares about. Finn Balor. We haven't seen him since SummerSlam when The Fiend put him down, sticking his fingers down his throat. So what has he been doing? He's been getting married. I think that's a fair excuse, right? Finn Balor recently posted a new photo on Instagram confirming that him and Fox Sports reporter Veronica Rodriguez have been married. This was posted, looks like, who knows when it was posted. Yeah, so there you go. In a jungle somewhere. Back in July, Balor requested to have 2 months off to recharge, and it was apparently to get married and consummate the marriage in Japan. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, you got to excuse me. It's kind of tough trying to sort through all the stuff here. The Iconics. Okay. So, where do we start with these two? I guess we'll first start with the obvious one. Haven't seen them since SummerSlam, where they lost the women's tag team titles to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross at the pre-show for SummerSlam. So where have they been? Well, first off, Peyton Royce, just like Finn Balor, got married. Got married to Sean Spears, a.k.a. Ty Dillinger. Posted their wedding photos and lots of different hair colors from them all. So, yeah. Peyton Royce got married. They're having their honeymoon. You're not going to be seeing them for a while. What about Billie Kay? What is she doing? Well, she's actually on the Twitter. She's on the Twitter, and the last post that she had was wishing today happy birthday to Xavier Woods. Merry birthday to Xavier Woods, who at the most recent, I'm trying to remember what conference it was. It was PAX West. I can't remember which one it was that Xavier Woods went to. Xavier Woods and Big E attended a conference where they cosplayed as the Iconics. And Xavier Woods was Billy Kay and was not really putting on the best impressions of Billy Kay. He cannot reach that higher octave. You know, he just can't do it. Yeah, but this is Billy Kay's activity. Yeah, they aren't going to be on the road. Royce is getting married and blah, 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 blah. So it's okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay when we find out who's next. The Usos. Oh, man. Haven't seen them since July 29th when they were part of a triple threat tag match for the Raw tag team titles against the Revival and Gallows and Anderson. And that's how Gallows and Anderson became tag team champions. So what are the Usos doing? Well, when they aren't getting convicted of drunk driving in Florida, they're getting swag from Astro Gaming. The Usos posted this on their Twitter account back on August the 31st. Thank you, Sarah at Astro Gaming, for the gifts. Our kids love them. We almost kept them for ourselves. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Getting free shit from video game peripheral companies. Okay, sure. Knock yourselves out. As long as you're not on the roads and potentially killing someone, that's okay. EC3. Have not seen him since July 29th. I believe. Yeah, July 29th, running around in the Scooby-Doo chases for the 24/7 title. You're going to be noticing that's going to be a trend with a lot of these people. What has EC3 been doing? Well, he just recently finished taping an episode of, I think a vintage something, wrestling toy show that Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins do. So he just finished taping that, and so that's what he's kind of been doing. Yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah. Eric Young, same thing. We haven't seen him since the Scooby-Doo chases. What is he doing? He's too busy being a co-host on fantasy football shows for a show that's called the BFFs. Fantasy BFFs is what he's on. It's with Fox News Talk Sports something radio. FNTSYS.net. I'm just clicking on it right now. Fantasy Sports Network is what he's doing. So, yeah. Did they have a plan for EC3? No, they've never had a plan for EC3. If they did, I'll have to look back, way back when they were doing the mini NXT injection earlier in the year. But, yeah, this is what Eric Young's been doing. Fantasy sports. Of all kinds, not just football. Hockey as well. Because he's Canadian, I think. Though he lives in Tennessee. I don't know. Heath Slater. What is Heath Slater doing? Well, he hasn't been on TV since July 29th when he was chasing after for the 24/7 title. So what is he doing? He was at Baltimore for pre-shows. He was traveling with Raw. He was at Baltimore. This is a post that he put on his Instagram account earlier today. I must warn you for the audio. I'm going to try to turn it down a little bit for you. But this is him at Jimmy's Seafood in Baltimore.
Are you watching the game? Oh, he's watching wrestling. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, he's at the game.
So, yeah, that's his last activity. He's got pictures of his kids and stuff on his Instagram account, and He's enjoying life, limited travel as well. So you're not going to get shut down, Xantrix. You're not going to get shut down this time. Nah, the Gestapo's not on me. Gestapo doesn't exist on Instagram. So, yeah. So that's what he's doing. Alicia Fox. Haven't seen her since the July 22nd episode of Raw, where it was the Raw reunion show, and she was hanging around with Santino Marella backstage and some other shit. What is she doing? She's too busy touring around with her guitar playing boyfriend. That's what she does now. I don't know who that is. I have no idea. She posted this back on August the 17th. That's her last activity on anything. She is gone. She has checked out. All right? She has checked the fuck out. Shouldn't even be considered an alum anymore. Just take her off. She hasn't toured with the company in forever. Just take her off right now. Okay? Just stop this shit. Dana Brooke. When haven't we seen Dana Brooke? It hasn't been since July 22nd, the Raw reunion show where she is backstage, I think, with Alicia Fox and hanging out with Santino Marella or whatnot. So what is she doing? Well, she's touring. She's doing stuff, okay? Let me close all these additional windows that I've got going on here. She's actually doing stuff, okay? For example, she's doing a lot of main event taping. Here she is in Baltimore this past Monday for the main event taping before Raw. I'm not sure who she's going against, though. I can't tell. That could be Sarah Logan. I'm not sure. This is an hour-long milk carton. Well, there's 33 fucks on this milk carton, and I'm curious of where all these people are. So get over yourself, Daniel. It's a long one. It's a lot of people. And I've gotten to the point now to where I need to figure out where all these people are. I can't just rattle them off. Naomi. Haven't seen her since that July 22nd episode of the Raw reunion where she was backstage with Melina and other female alums where someone became the 24/7 champion. I think it was Kelly. I'm not sure. Whatever. So here's Naomi. What has she been up to? Well, this almost like Carmella is kind of different. So her last Instagram post was on August the 14th, where it says here, at Sonya Shoddy Red. I will miss you every day until we see each other again. Prayers, please, for my family. I am not sure if this is her sister or a cousin or someone, but this is someone in her family that passed away earlier last month, which can give us reason why she's gone, because she hasn't been on TV. It's way better reasons than what her husband could ever give. So that's what I'm going to take this as. This is basically bereavement is why she is not on TV. She's still going to stay on the milk carton, okay? We know the reason now. I'm sure she'll be back very, very soon. But this is time to heal. I hate to think that it's her sister that passed away. But there's nothing that we've heard anywhere. I'm just going off of what she chooses to broadcast. And that seriously is the best news. That's straight from the horse's mouth. No rumors. No crap like that. Okay? So at least we know that. At least we know it's not because of her husband who's irresponsible. Okay, so Akam. We haven't seen him since an episode of July 16th episode of SmackDown, where he was part of a heel troupe brought out by Shane McMahon to go after Kevin Owens during Kevin Owens' match against Dolph Ziggler, is what was going on there. Corey Graves would bring up that AOP was at ringside, but no, it was just Akam that was at ringside. So what has Akam been doing? the last activity that Acom has really shown has been on his Twitter feed. He retweeted this tweet from Dash Wilder back on September 1st. And it's basically, no, we're not done with the sad entries. Not yet, anyway. Acom retweeting this tweet from Dash Wilder from September the 1st about, "This is my beautiful and strong friend Alexis. She's been sick and fighting for a long time. Please help any way you can. Any amount or a retweet is appreciated." It's for a cancer fundraiser, crowdfunding thing. So that's the only activity we've gotten from Acom on the social media. Don't know what he's doing right now. All right, now we can get to some interesting stuff here. All right, now we get back to the fun stuff, okay? No more sad stuff. We're back to the fun stuff. I'm very sorry, guys. Sorry to be a buzzkill. Take down the sources. Liv Morgan. Haven't seen her since the July 16th episode of SmackDown where she faced Charlotte. After losing her match against Charlotte, she exclaimed on a microphone that she had to take some time and get real. So what has she been doing in order to try to find out that she was getting real? This was posted on her Instagram account 2 days ago. Yeah. All right. Now we're talking. Okay, now we're talking. This is going to be interesting now. No more happy little freaky little blue tongue pictures from Liv Morgan. Now it's time to get a little serious. Now it's time to get a little real. You know, someone called for a walking milk carton to liven things up. I think we're a little bit more than halfway. Yeah, I think we need a little bit of an intermission.
Oh, God. It's so sad. Make it stop.
You better? You feel better now? Sarah Logan. Haven't seen her since July 8th when she was facing Bayley in a beat the clock challenge where Bayley was facing Nikki Cross to determine who would get the stipulation in the title match between Alexa Bliss and Bayley at Extreme Rules. Okay. So, keep that in mind. First off, Sarah Logan has been touring with WWE. She's been doing the Raw house shows. She's been on main event tapings. She's still doing her thing. So what is Sarah doing? This was posted on her Instagram account earlier today. "When the wind blows, it hurts. When they touch me, it's worse. Tell me what it's all worth, 'cause hell is hot, and I'm not fit for life on earth." That was those are lyrics from King. She has a lot of inspirational, lovey-dovey, romancy stuff with her husband, Eric Rowe, of the Viking Raiders. Pictures when she was in Ireland for a honeymoon. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Whatever tugs at your bobber, little fella. All right, Razar. We have not seen him since the June 18th episode of SmackDown where he and Acom emerged from Baron Corbin's locker room when Baron Corbin was interviewing people to be the referee for his match against Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules. And Razar emerged from there saying, "I'm glad we talked to him when he did. I'm glad we talked to him when we did." Have not seen him since. So what has Razar been doing? You would think any better, but he's actually been kind of positive and kind of reminding us of what he's part of here. This was tweeted by himself on August the 29th, less than a week ago. "The Albanian psycho at work. Be ready. AOP is waiting for the right moment to die. That is the kind of tweet that I love to see. Showing me that you guys, you're going to be coming back soon. You've got me hyped up, okay? I don't care why you're gone now. I just know that you say you're coming back, all right? Man, and that is a great collage done by him. Everything on the right is him and Akam. Everything on the left is him and Akam. That is, yes, Quentin, that is menacing. I love Razar, okay? When he had his time off, he took his time on the Instagram and Twitter to hype people up when he was coming back. And that's what you're supposed to do. God, I love AOP. I gotta have them back sometime. Matt Hardy. Okay. Same episode of SmackDown on June 18th. We haven't seen him since he emerged out of the Baron Corbin locker room to be interviewed to be the special guest referee in match with Corbin versus Seth Rollins. That did not happen. Have not seen him since. So what is he doing? He has been too busy posting all over the Twitter how hard it is to be Matt Hardy. Let us enjoy, shall we?
Do you have any idea of the responsibility and burden that comes with being the individual with the obligation to train and raise the insane baby Hardy boys? Their young vessels are flawless, fearless, energetic, vibrant, and full of life. My old vessel is severely damaged. My bum card is more than full from being a professional wrestler for almost 3 decades. At this point in time, I merely get by day to day on the passion within my essence inside my vessel.
Okay. Oh, low blow. Oh, 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 oh,
Oh, shit.
oh.
Baby High Boys beat up Dada. Baby High Boys win.
My poor, weathered, injury-ridden vessel aches more and more and more every single day. You don't understand how hard it is to be Matt Hardy. It is time for you to go on an expedition of freeing the delete. Free the delete.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, that's what he's been doing. How hard it is to be Matt Hardy. Well, we know how hard it is to be Jeff Hardy. Yeah, so, yeah, no hate on him. Rusev. Haven't seen him since June the 7th when he took part in a really big-ass battle royal at the Super Showdown pay-per-view out of Jeddah, South Dakota. So what has he been doing? This cat's been all over the Twitter. He has been all over the Twitter being a troll. Being an absolute troll. Feeding everyone's rumors and thinking that he's angry with the WWE, that him and Lana are going to split, that everything sucks, everything else. He is all over the Twitter playing everyone. He is fantastic at it. But though his most recent tweet was taunting Cesaro about the U.S. Open. Tweeted this out at about 2 a.m. today. Something about Bulgarian flag is better than Switzerland in the U.S. Open, and which led to Cesaro giving us a sad face emoji as a reply. Yeah, this is what Rusev does, okay? And that's fine. As long as you're doing something, As long as you're doing something that's your own, okay? And not just retweeting company shit, okay? Like, No Way Jose, you know? So, yeah, more fun for Rusev. I got no problem with that crap. Sin Cara, haven't seen him since that same big-ass battle royale that happened in Jeddah, South Dakota. So, we kept saying when it came to Sin Cara that, oh, he's just over in South America. He's doing developmental stuff down there for the WWE at their performance center down there. That's all he's doing. But apart from that, he is headlining the poster for the WWE Live House show in El Paso, Texas, coming up on the 27th of this year. This is what he's been doing. He has been doing marketing and promoting for the WWE and their house shows that go to the Southwest. Fantastic move. He may be returning very soon. I would love to. Honestly, I think he's really missed right now. He is very, very missed. And for him to return on an episode of SmackDown on a Friday or an episode of Raw where it is emanating from the South or from the Southwest around Texas, Oklahoma, where there's a predominant Latino audience, do it. Just do it. Capitalize on it, man. That'd be good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Lana. Have not seen her since April the 23rd when she was at ringside for a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Kofi Kingston. This happened, I believe, the week after the Superstar Shakeup is when this happened. So, as anyone would ever really want to know, what has Lana been doing? She's been on the cover of Hilton Head Tourism magazine. This was posted on September the 2nd. Yeah, she's been doing modeling. A lot of it. Lots of modeling. Tons of it. That's where her separate coin is coming from. Yeah. Who are we to complain and who are we to judge? So, yeah. Are we going to be seeing her sometime? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, Rusev and Lana are enjoying a lot of time off. Okay, we haven't seen Lana in nearly 5 months. Haven't seen Rusev in about 3 months. We've only seen him once since the past 5 months. So, they're taking it easy. And to be honest, Rusev is one of Vince's favorites. Vince loves Rusev. Vince loves Lana. Okay, so they're getting some pretty good treatment right now from the boss. Lio Rush. Haven't seen him since April the 15th when he was at ringside for a 6-man tag during the Superstar Shakeup show. For so long, all over his Twitter account, he was reminiscing about his past, independent wrestling days and everything, and making all of us think that, he was just really hating the WWE and there was something going on with the family not being admitted to Backstage, and oh God, this is so angry and so horrible. Lio Rush is going to jump ship and he's going to do all kinds of stuff, independent wrestling. He hates the fucking WWE. No, he's too busy releasing his brand new music CD. This was posted on his Twitter account back on August the 28th, promoting his new single, I Wonder. It is available for download now. There's also a music video out for it. And if you'll notice, he has changed his Twitter moniker to WWE Superstar Lio Rush. And he's no longer just Leo. He hasn't left the company, guys. They gave him time off to do this. They like him. So, is he coming back soon? We'll see. It depends on how successful this ends up being for him. The WWE right now really has no problem with their performers doing side projects as long as it doesn't interfere with what they do. then that seems perfectly fine. Seems perfectly fine to me. Lana gets to model. Leo gets to do whatever the hell he wants to do. Everyone gets to do whatever the hell they want to do. Same thing with Sheamus. What does he like to do? Well, we haven't seen him since April the 9th when he had his post-WrestleMania SmackDown episode where everyone thought that he got a concussion and he hadn't passed protocol. Well, it's been close to 5 months now. Why hasn't he passed protocol yet? It's because he's too busy doing other shit. He did promotional stuff for cricket. He had been traveling occasionally for SmackDown, going to their ulterior marketing junctions, like, going to a T-Mobile store or a cricket store, going somewhere to sign autographs and do meet and greets. That's what he's been doing. But what has he been doing outside of that? He's been hanging out with Rusev, making fun of Total Divas, trying to promote a Total Fellas show where the two of them seem to be drinking what looks like formaldehyde or Barbasol. On Total Fellas tonight, Rusev shows off his new manicure. We drink some weird blue stuff, and I get my head stuck in a cannon. Again. Sheamus is enjoying life, and I think he's just preparing for the inevitable. He can work out, make great workout tapes, make his body look like it's fucking chiseled out of stone. But he's not going to be able to wrestle. Prognosis saying that he has spinal stenosis, the same kind of prognosis that Edge had. So, very, very soon, we're going to be seeing his final match. It will be coming very, very soon. But until then, he can just keep doing him. Just keep doing him. The Ascension have not seen them since April the 7th. WrestleMania. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Where have these guys been? Well, first off, Victor, apart from making fun of my milk carton from a few weeks ago, what is he doing? Well, he's too busy on the Twitter today promoting a brand new comic book called, I think it's called No One Left to Fight. Him and Victor and Connor have been promoting this all over the Twitter. Apparently, these are friends of theirs that have put together this comic book. It was recently reviewed by Entertainment Weekly. So it's got to be kind of a big deal of some kind. I'm not sure. But that seems to be his thing that he's doing. And the thing is, this is not just a one-time thing that Victor's been retweeting this. He's been tweeting out shit like this for the whole week on this comic book. So he's got to have some kind of skin in this game. What about Connor? Well, Connor is on the Instagram, just posted this 3 days ago. Wrestling has always been a lifestyle for me. It's something that has given me everything that I have today. From games to action figures to championships won to a lifetime career to, yes, friends and family. Nothing has ever been given, but always earned through hard work, failures, and getting back up after being knocked down. Always strive for your passion, no matter what the hell it is, and be the best damn person you can be. And that's him standing next to Francisco Ciazzo. Don't know what he is. But yeah. So there you go. That's what he's doing. Posting an emotional Instagram, inspirational Instagram for all of us to live by and feel better about ourselves. And yay, read our comic book. Primo Colon, have not seen him since March the 26th, when he was part of him and Sanity coming out to stand between Shane McMahon and The Miz going into WrestleMania. This one right here is the one that I have no idea about. Okay? This is the one I have no idea about. I'm totally clueless. He has only got one social media account that I could find, and it's on Twitter. The last activity that he had on his Twitter feed was on May the 9th of last year. And all he typed was Carlito. And he said this from Severn, Maryland over his iPhone. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. Okay? I take it that he is too busy doing stuff that's related to Puerto Rico or South America, whether it be for the WWE or for the country or province of Puerto Rico itself, the sovereignty of Puerto Rico itself. I have no clue about this one. Okay? I got to hear word about this, you know. What's more is that tweet that he gave out on May the 9th. It was replied to and retweeted by Epico. The number of retweets and likes are very, very low. So, what? I got to know what's going on with him. Someone put out an APB on Primo. Okay, got to know where he is. Finally, to end this segment. Oh, God. I cannot do this long of a segment every week. I won't do something like this all the time. There were just so many, and I was just so curious. What the hell's going on? But, finally, the stalwart of the WWE Milk Carton. It's going to be named in his glory. No, it's not. It is not. He is very close to being taken off the milk carton because he's almost been on it for a whole calendar year. His name is Epico Colon. Last seen Survivor Series, November 18th, 2018, since he was part of the Raw vs. Smackdown Tag Team Elimination match. I'm afraid I don't know where the hell Primo Colon is. I know where Epico Colon is. That one is really simple. If I can bring up the pictures here, it's really simple. And you wouldn't know it because the WWE doesn't promote it, and it's sure as hell hard to find anywhere else because he's the only one that's really retweeting it. He just recently won the Universal title for the WWC promotion out of Puerto Rico. This was sent out on August the 18th after the Anniversario event for the WWC out of Puerto Rico. The WWC is known as the World Wrestling Council, is what it is. They used to be affiliated with the NWA back in the 80s until 88 or 89, I think, and then they became their own entity. This was Puerto Rico's number one federation. It was developed by Carlos Colon Sr., trying to remember the second person, but also Gorilla Monsoon. This, if you lived in Puerto Rico or in the surrounding islands and you love professional wrestling, this was the promotion, the federation you grew up watching. Okay? Here in Epico Colon's tweet from the Mario Morales Coliseum, by far the best night in my entire career. This is translated from Spanish. Been searching for the Universal title ever since I was 5 years old, and now being able to hold it in front of my son, wife, and family. There is simply nothing better than this moment. I love you all who've supported me on this long and treacherous journey. I love you all. Gracias, mi gente. So, he is still under contract with the WWE. He is still under contract. In fact, on WWC's website, they have him listed not as a member of the main roster, but as someone who appears, and he's a WWE superstar. So he and Primo Colon have been given, you guys want to go outside the country? Go right ahead. They've given them permission. Just like how NXT performers are allowed to go to Evolve. Just like how others are allowed to when they joined up with Progress out of UK. The same thing is happening in South America with the WWC out of Puerto Rico. That's what's happening right now. More power to him. It's good to know that once he reaches the full calendar year in about 2 months from now, that he'll still have a day job in being a champion somewhere. Yeah. Whew. That's all of them. 33 people strong, and it's only going to get bigger. it is only going to get bigger. I'm looking at 4 more people that could be joining this milk carton if they don't show up on TV. And there's some names on there you wouldn't believe. I'll go ahead and sip the sources and let you know. This thing could hit 37. It could have hit at least 34 if Shane McMahon doesn't show up. Yeah. Shane McMahon. Throwing that out there. That's a doozy for you, ain't it? That's going to do it for Wrestleview Weekly. Oh, man. I'm so sorry for that milk carton segment. If that really tore a hole into your heart and then did not adequately fill it afterwards, I really apologize. But we're wondering where everyone is. You know, you got to do some investigating. And sometimes the result is not exactly what you think you'd find. Everyone isn't exactly eating sushi in Baltimore or having their loved ones jump on their belly or, yeah. Sometimes it's retweeting the company line. Sometimes it's getting scared shitless about your own health. And sometimes it's the passing of a loved one. So, enough of that. You're not going to get that kind of a segment next week. You guys don't deserve that. You deserve better. You deserve way better. So you know what's going to happen next week, and I'm doing this for you. Well, first off, you got to tune in Monday to catch Mike and Victoria talking about Monday Night Raw because the go-home show for Clash of Champions. Oh, and you know what that means when it's a go-home show for a pay-per-view and it's Wrestleview Weekly. You know what's happening. We're making predictions. We're praying not to drink any of this stuff. The tequila. All right? So tune in next week. It's a typical go home Wrestleview Weekly. Time for predictions. Time to try not to screw things up too much. We've been doing really good with the... I'm trying to remember. I think I've only taken 2 shots of this tequila in the past 3 months. I've been doing really good. The record shows it. So. Oh, that's right. Never mind, Jamel. You reminded me. Yes, Mike and Victoria are not going to be doing the Raw recap because they're actually going to be at Raw at Madison Square Garden. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh, I forgot about that. Oh, boy. Yowie, wowie. Just tune in to me. Oh, and check out Tuesday for the SmackDown. The SmackDown thingies on the WrestleView. I'm writing them this time around. Roy's on vacation. So, till then, stay thirsty, my friends. I'm not exactly the most interesting man in the world. All right, but until next week, stay thirsty, my friends. Take it easy. Always trust your sources. And know when you're being sold to.